intro music? Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey Star Trek Fleet Commanders, look, I want to talk to you about a project that we have here upcoming. It's actually similar to some of the things that we've done before that you've really enjoyed. Remember the interview we did with the VIPs, right? I think many of you enjoyed that. You learned a lot about the G6 Sigma lifestyle. You also remember the interview that we did with JB and Istio, talking about a player who is free to playing their way into G6 while also having the same conversation side by side with a player who is at the very top. In case of Istio, you're the number one player in the game. Now we also have, because many of you have been asking, an upcoming interview process, words, fudge, sickles, toast. We also have an upcoming interview where we're going to be taking a look at alliances that have managed to 100% complete their alliance tournaments. Yes, as in this thing over here, alliance tournaments, they've taken it to the tippity top, 100% with 100 members participating. So what this video is number one, going to give you an update on when those things are happening. So this upcoming Friday, at the time of this video is releasing, today is the 7th, this upcoming Friday on the 11th, we're actually going to have a brief little open mic session on Twitch, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to participate. So we'll have a couple people come in there talking about different topics in the game. But for here on the YouTube channel, what I really want to talk to you about is an open invitation to you out there, the viewer. So like I said, we did an invitation and we brought in several VIPs. We had that discussion. We had a discussion with free to play going into G6. And we're also going to do one for Alliance tournaments. But now what I want to do is gather you. If you are interested in having a video interview, and again, the topic has to be relevant. It can't just be like, hey, Rev, look at my account. But
from you, Data, you are fully functional, aren't you?
Of course, but
How fully?
in every way, of course.
what I want to do is continue this series that many of you have enjoyed so much, and many of you had positive things to say about interviewing players and getting their perspective on the game in terms of mechanics you like, even mechanics you don't like. This isn't, of course, meant to be fluff pieces, but truly to gauge where players are and help other players learn from that. For example, if you're out there and you're the strongest level 30 in the game, well, maybe you're in a unique position to tell players how to get from level 1 to level 30 the quickest, most efficient way possible. There's that type of idea right there. And if you can do that, let me know. If you're one of those players who, picks up and manages every new mechanic that comes out, let's say solo waves came out and you were one of the players who were able to do it as a level 50 to beat the G5 waves, I've got somebody in mind for that, but feel free. We're going to do an interview process. And this isn't to take away from the other style of videos that I make. I make videos, for example, on how to do solo waves and how to go out and combat those and have success. As you can see, these are the wave systems right here. And don't worry, that content is still coming. Those quick 8-minute videos that go cruise, strategy, etc. Bam. But the idea here is to get other player perspectives to help you get better in the game by experience shared. And I think that's such a great opportunity that we have because you get my share of the experience all the time. You know that, for example, here I'm on server 710, right? That's one of the main servers that I play on. Server 20, one of the main servers I play on. You're used to those different ones. You've seen them, you've interacted with them. He's like, hey, Rev's got a Bortus building. Could that be a video? Well, you betcha. But how has the game changed and how do players adapt different settings? So this is an open call out for anybody that wants to join in. If you are a free to play, if you're a light spender, heavy spender, etc., we're going to start a new interview series going over various topics here in STFC. And while some of you might see that as slob content, other of you might see that as good beneficial content helping you grow in the game because we know a lot of things are coming. We know Wrath of Khan is coming, for example. How excited are you about that and what is that going to look like?
Buried alive.
We're also going to open that invitation up to also doing interviews with Scopely employees again, as we've done here in the past on the channel. Whenever they want to. And it's going to be the player interview series. The main things that I want to know, though, what are the most pressing topics that concern you that you would like to see players talk about? It's easy to say, especially for the dev stuff, bugs, etc., and that's fair. But for you as a player, what are some of the things that you would like to see? There's still plenty of people who are shocked and amazed that free-to-play are moving up into G6 already, and many of them question and doubt. And we're more than happy to have those styles because those perspectives are always so good to explore and fun. Also want to find what things that you thoroughly enjoy, even if you feel like it's something that isn't enjoyable to rev. For example, if you're out there, if you're one of those players who is a lover of mining, and I want you to go full in. We're going to talk about the math of mining. Yes, I plan on making one of those. If you want to be part of the player interview series where you break down the math of mining, how to be efficient at it, how to be great at it, this is your opportunity to chime in and say, Rev, I'll sit down with you and I'll talk about it. And hopefully y'all enjoy it. This is the type of content that I actually enjoy outside of STFC. So I'm very curious to see how y'all will enjoy it here. We've done this in smaller scales, like I said, with other videos, interviewing VIPs, interviewing free-to-plays, and then of course this upcoming one for Alliance tournaments. Any topic is up on the table. And in the comment section down below, you post what you want to see. The ones that get the most likes are the ones that we're going to chase first. So if you type in that you want to learn about mining, the one I used, if for no other reason to see Rev just like I roll and grumble the entire time, hit the like button on every comment that has to do with mining, and we will talk to those players. We'll get a experience that is shared amongst all of us, but isn't just said by my voice. And it's something that, again, with the success of the previous videos, I just feel like it's right to go ahead and do that with some other topics. And I was also going to use this as an opportunity to explore things that maybe you don't know. What is the difference between PvP at 65 and 45? There are a lot of differences. What is the difference between mining? What are the bottlenecks that maybe you weren't ready for? All of these things are things that you're going to learn in the interview series. So if you've made it this far into this video, I just remember one, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, because I understand that not everybody is like, Rev, this is an announcement video. How important can it be? It's very important, so we can come together and make the best content for you, and because y'all really enjoyed the process. So if you are interested in it and you're really excited about it, hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe here to the channel, and let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see, and what are you curious about, because we just had a really successful live stream where we went account to account. We're going to be doing more of those. A lot of content going to be designed this year about interacting with y'all directly here. I'm actually very excited about it. Let me know what you think. Again, live long and plunder. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. I'll catch you in the next Star Trek Fleet Command video. And the interview for that Alliance Tournaments one that you might be very excited about is actually this upcoming Saturday. So pretty cool. And don't forget, this upcoming Friday, we're going to have a little impromptu interview session, a little call-in session. So that's going to be quite fun. Feel free to drop on by. Love you. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. See you on the next one. We're outie.
I would like to request to Scopely to add more Klingons to the game. That is what I was told to do, and so I am doing it. Which, you know, is not maybe the best thing as a leader to just do what you're told, but it seems like a good request to make, to add more Klingons. Everything is better with Klingons, am I right? I am right, because I'm a Klingon. Klingon mach tach judge! We are Klingons, let it remain. All right, Rel's on a roll today. She's very excited.